The fund that I run has been going for a long time, and I think that gives us actually quite a lot of advantages. I feel I've got a very clear mandate that we've operated in markets in every type of economic condition that you can shake a stick at. And actually, even when conditions are quite difficult, which for us at the moment they are quite difficult, I feel that we've got a sense of purpose, and I feel that we are continuing to operate under the clear mandate that we have, which is to try to find interesting companies that are going through problems, but where we see an opportunity for the turnaround. And we've got an interesting fund, pretty well diversified fund, and one that we're working hard on to produce performance for the customers for the long run. The management teams are critical to the companies. I think that the big thing about a company that sort of separates it from its rivals is the people that run it. So we spend an enormous amount of time, often out of the office, visiting the companies on the ground to try to establish what they're doing and what the challenges and the potential might be for those businesses. And I think apart from being the most interesting part of my job, it's the most informative. Because when companies are going through problems and Recovery Fund is looking for businesses in difficulty, then you need to have a clear understanding of what the people are trying to do. So I think the people that run the businesses are everything, and we spend a lot of time thinking and working with them. We do take large stakes in companies. We have a limit of 20% of the equity of any one company. And we think very carefully before going through 10% or going through 15%. We are active investors, but I don't consider ourselves to be activist. I've noticed that the short-termism that is currently very much the fashion at the moment can be quite destructive to companies, and people are impatient for results. And that doesn't always mean that those results are durable and sustainable. So we want the right result. We want it, the companies run to the best possible, in the best possible way, but we don't want to just strip value and then move on. That's not the way that M&G's operated in the past, and it's not the way that it's going to operate in the future. So we are active investors rather than activist. I dislike hedge funds, I dislike greed, I dislike short-termism, and unfortunately the word activist, which has probably come from America, to me symbolises much of that type of thing rather than genuine long-term investment. Managing the fund is demanding, and it's become, I suppose, more demanding over time. We make strenuous efforts, just as we do to see the companies, to try and see the customers as well. To me, the customers own the fund, they're the ones that we're responsible for. We're very conscious of the fact that they've given us an enormous amount of responsibility to try to do our best to run the fund, but we need to keep them informed, and we do our very absolute utmost to, even when times are difficult and the fund isn't performing as well as we would like, to attempt to communicate with them and sort of understand what they think and what they want. I think one of the best things about Recovery Fund is that we've got a fantastic group of long-term people that are genuinely understand, I hope, what we're trying to do, and that makes a huge difference. So we've got a clear mandate, we've got a decent group of customers, we know that we've got to deliver, we've had a difficult time, but we're actually intent on sort of finishing this job and making the fund go back to the top of the tables where I believe it should, where it belongs.